Werner Ladder Company, the world's leading manufacturer of climbing products, presents Werner Climbing Pro 2, a public service series designed to promote ladder safety through education.
It's got a diagram. It pretty much explains it. It's fairly straightforward, okay? Hello, I'm Mike Kraft. This Werner climbing safety video is focused on how to prevent climbing-related injuries. This program offers valuable safety information for professionals who use ladders on the job. We'll focus on the proper use of ladders and how to avoid the causes of ladder-related injuries. We'll review how to select the right ladder for the job, and we'll demonstrate how to use ladders more effectively. Ladders selected and used correctly help you work in a safe, efficient, and more productive manner. Use common sense and always follow the safety instructions on the ladder before and while you climb. But before we begin, we've all seen ladders used incorrectly. Can you identify what's wrong with each of these scenes? Let's see how much you really know. You'll have approximately 5 seconds after each scene to write down your answer. So, how did you do? Later on in this program, we'll review what was wrong with these scenes and show you the appropriate option or use. The first step in ladder safety is to choose the right ladder for the job. Assess the job site and the job at hand. What am I trying to accomplish? How high will I climb? How much weight will the ladder have to support? There are 4 elements that help determine the correct ladder for the job: style, size, duty rating, and material. The style is the type of ladder required for the job. Werner offers a variety of styles that can help you work smarter, safer, and more efficiently. The most common styles of ladders are step ladders and extension ladders. There are also twin step ladders, platform, combination, telescoping articulated, and tripod ladders. Now let's consider size. Choosing the right size ladder is just as important as the style. One of the most common and potentially dangerous mistakes is using a ladder that's either too short or too long. We'll discuss this in more detail shortly. Duty rating is also critical. Werner ladders are built to handle the demands of various applications. The duty rating takes into account the total weight that will be on the ladder. Duty rating is the maximum allowable weight on the ladder. It is the sum of the person's weight plus the weight of any tools, clothing, and material. Also consider the variety of personnel that will be using these ladders. This total weight must not exceed the duty rating. There are 5 ANSI-recognized duty ratings: 200-pound Type 3, 225-pound Type 2, 250-pound Type 1, 300-pound Type 1A, and finally a 375-pound Type 1AA. The duty rating is clearly marked on all Werner ladder side rails. You'll also find the model number of the ladder, the highest standing level, size, and safety instructions as well. Carefully read all labels and follow safety procedures and work practices. Choosing the right material is the final element in selecting a ladder. Fiberglass ladders have become a leading choice due to their durability, strength, and suitability for a wide range of applications. In addition, the side rails are electrically non-conductive, making fiberglass a good choice when working around electricity. Aluminum ladders are lightweight, strong, durable, and corrosion resistant. However, because aluminum readily conducts electrical current, these ladders should never be used around electricity. And finally, wood ladders are traditional, but could be susceptible to the effects of weathering and moisture absorption. Therefore, proper maintenance and care are important. Remember, selecting the right ladder is the first step in ladder safety. The next step in ladder safety is proper handling. Transporting and handling can cause damage to the ladder. When transporting ladders, use a rack with proper restraints so they don't rattle or vibrate during transfer, as this could damage the ladders. Be extra careful moving ladders. Don't drop a ladder when loading or unloading it from a vehicle. When storing ladders, provide proper support and do not store other materials on top. Protect ladders from excessive heat and corrosive materials. Your choice of clothing can also affect your safety when using a ladder. Always wear shoes with slip-resistant soles. Make sure that they're free of mud, oil, and other slippery substances. Consider the types of tools you'll be using when climbing a ladder. Will you need a helper, bucket, and rope to hoist them up? Use a tool belt if necessary to store gear, so your hands are free and steps are clear. A few basic climbing rules will also help keep you safe. Always face the ladder when climbing or descending, and maintain a firm grip. Climb carefully and slowly. Avoid turning and twisting. Keep your body centered on the ladder. A good rule of thumb is never let your belt buckle pass beyond either ladder rail. Overreaching could cause you to lose your balance or tip the ladder, which may result in an injury. To use a ladder safely, also consider thorough inspection and proper care. Keep ladders in good condition. Clean spills or drips, and always remove any slippery materials. Lightly lubricate moving parts with silicone spray. Be careful not to get lubricant on the standing or gripping surfaces. Many injuries could be avoided simply by taking the time to thoroughly inspect your equipment before using it. Examine your ladder carefully before you use it and each time you climb. Look for missing, damaged, or loose components. If you find a problem, don't use the ladder. Tag it out of service. Now that we've just learned how to choose, use, and care for a ladder, let's take a closer look at the different types of ladders, beginning with extension ladders. When choosing an extension ladder, the next thing to consider is ladder size. The highest safe standing level on an extension ladder is 4 rungs from the top. Now let's look at properly setting up an extension ladder. First, lay the ladder down with the end caps pointing away from the building, with the base section on top of the fly section. The base section is the section with the feet. Before raising the ladder, check for overhead power lines, even if you're working inside. Walk the ladder against the base of the building or another secure object. If walking isn't an option, have someone block the bottom of the ladder. Now raise the ladder to its vertical position and move the base of the ladder away from the building until it's positioned at the proper angle. Position yourself between the ladder and the building. Face the ladder and grip the ladder rail on the base section. Grip and steady the ladder, keeping it vertical while carefully raising the fly section using the rope and pulley. Extend the ladder to the desired height and then allow the ladder locks to properly engage. Lean the ladder against the building and establish the correct setup angle. The setup angle of an extension ladder is critical. The base of the ladder should be positioned 1 foot away from the building for every 4 feet of ladder length, as measured from the base to the upper support point. This 4-to-1 ratio is essential to ensure your safety. Placing an extension ladder base too close to the building can cause the ladder to tip over backwards. Placing the ladder too far away from its vertical support point may cause the ladder to slip out at the bottom. To ensure a correct setup, stand in front of the ladder. Place your toes against the bottom of the side rail. Stand erect with your arms straight out. The palms of your hands should touch the top of the rung nearest to shoulder level. A diagram, as well as an instruction label on the side rail of the ladder, illustrates this point. Before climbing, check to see that the 2 rung locks are fully engaged and the fly section is in front of the base on the climber's side. The ladder's feet should be on solid, level, and non-slippery ground. The slip-resistant shoes are designed to pivot to compensate for certain ground conditions. Use spur plates on penetrable surfaces to ensure safe footing. To adjust for surface variation, consider a factory-offered and approved ladder leveler. Solid footing is necessary for safe ladder use. Secure the bottom of the extension ladder, or have someone hold the ladder for you whenever possible. Be sure both end caps or top contact points are resting securely against the structure. The upper support should have at least 12 inches of solid support available on both sides of the ladder. If you're going to step onto a roof from a ladder, be sure that you extend the ladder 3 feet above the roof's edges. Extending the ladder too far above the roof's edge could cause the ladder to slide or kick out. Tie off the extension ladder to the roof or rigid structure to reduce ladder movement. Absolutely never attempt to move or reposition your ladder while standing on it or by pulling on it from a roof. Pulling or readjusting the ladder from the roof could result in unlocking the fly section and making it extremely dangerous to climb back down. If you want to reposition your ladder, always climb back down and reposition your ladder while standing on the ground. Think before you climb. There are also many accessories that can be used with extension ladders. For example, ladder jacks and planks with 2 extension ladders can increase productivity and efficiency. Extension ladders are an excellent choice for jobs that require working at higher levels. The most widely used type of ladder is the step ladder. Like an extension ladder, a step ladder should always be inspected for missing, damaged, or worn parts before climbing. Otherwise, you could put yourself at risk for injury. Knowing how to inspect your ladder and care for its components is key to avoiding ladder-related injuries. When choosing a step ladder, the first thing to consider is ladder size. The highest safe standing level on a step ladder is 2 steps down from the top. A person's maximum safe reaching height is approximately 4 feet higher than the height of the ladder. Now let's properly set up your step ladder. Open it, lock the spreaders, and ensure that the ladder footing is level and solid. Also, secure your work area to inhibit cross traffic, especially in and around doorways. As with extension ladders, never try to move or walk a stepladder while you're standing on it, because you could lose your balance, fall, or damage the ladder. When repositioning a ladder, always do so while standing on the ground. There are a variety of stepladders for many different applications. To see a full product assortment, please refer to the Werner website or product catalog. Now, before we finish, it's time to see how well you did on the 10 ladder safety mistakes you saw at the beginning of this program. Wrong. The individual is overreaching and their belt buckle is outside the rails, which could lead to a loss of balance, tipping the ladder, or injury. Right. Step off the ladder onto the ground and move it closer to your work. Another solution is to choose another ladder. In this case, it could be a tripod ladder. A tripod ladder allows you to get closer to your work. Wrong. Using an aluminum step ladder near electricity creates a potential workplace hazard. Right. Use a fiberglass ladder. Due to its non-conductive side rails, it lessens the chance of a workplace hazard. You should always be extra careful when working around electricity. Wrong. Adjusting an extension ladder from the roof can cause the individual to lose their balance and fall, or create the perception that the locks are correctly locked in place when they may not be, which could result in an injury. Right. Step off the ladder and raise it from the ground. Wrong. Using a closed step ladder could cause the ladder to slip out from under you, potentially leading to injury. Right. To safely get closer to your work, use an extension or tripod ladder. Wrong. Again, the individual is overreaching and their belt buckle is outside the rails, creating a possible workplace hazard. Right. Step off the ladder and from the ground, move it closer to your work. Another solution could be to use 2 ladders with a plank. This allows a long work platform and a more efficient use of your time. Wrong. Placing an extension ladder base too close to the building can cause the ladder to tip over backwards. Placing the ladder too far away from its vertical support point may cause the ladder to slip out at the bottom. Right. Ensure when setting up an extension ladder that you follow the 4-to-1 ratio procedure. Wrong. Sitting or straddling the top of a step ladder is an improper use of step ladders and could cause you to lose your balance or tip the ladder. Right. The highest safe standing level on a step ladder is 2 steps down from the top. A taller or a different style ladder may be needed if your work area cannot be safely reached. Do not stand or sit on the top of a step ladder, and never use a step ladder when getting on or off of a roof. Wrong. Again, using an aluminum extension ladder near electricity could result in electric shock or death. Right. Use a fiberglass ladder and maintain a safe distance from electric lines. Due to its non-conductive side rails, it reduces the possibility of electric shock. Wrong. Using a damaged or poorly repaired ladder. Right. Remove this ladder and tag it out of service. Ladder care and maintenance is very important to maintain a safe working environment. Wrong. Only 1 rung above the roof line. Right. Raise the extension ladder so that 3 feet are above the roof line. Okay, thanks, Mick. Nice job. So how did you do? Ladders can provide a safe and efficient way to work, but it must be the right ladder for the job. To maximize your safety, consider style, size, duty rating, and material when selecting a ladder. And always inspect a ladder before using it. Never climb a damaged ladder, and ensure the proper setup and stability of the ladders you're using in the workplace. The information presented in this program is designed to help you use ladders more safely and productively. Always think before you climb. Use good common sense, and remember, proper ladder selection and job site assessment is key to safe climbing.
With over 50 years of product design and testing, there is no doubt why professionals prefer Werner. Through innovation and cutting-edge technology, Werner continues to be the world leader in climbing equipment, which means you can count on Werner for the most complete line of professional-grade step and extension ladders, planks, stages, and scaffolding. Werner, the #1 brand in professional climbing equipment.